Yeah, there's been just a lot going on lately, obviously. We're trying to recover from Hurricane Helene and, just trying to build back the campground and, also going through a lot of personal stuff. This was kind of going to be a little bit longer than the 3-minute reels. So I thought I would just kind of make a video about this. And also there's a lot of people here on this YouTube page that have followed for a while because of our infertility journey. So I thought this would be the best place to kind of put everything and go over what's going on and what's about to happen. So in 2015, I was diagnosed with endometriosis. Had my first surgery. Over the course of 10 years, I've had 4 surgeries for endometriosis. Went through 3 rounds of IVF, 3 pregnancies. It's been hard. It's been bad. And endometriosis is something that nobody can see, but it basically consumes your whole body, and you're in pain every day. Usually worse pain, during certain times of your cycle. And, it affects a lot of things, fatigue and dizziness. And I'm also anemic, so you can imagine when you're on your period and you're anemic and you're losing all that blood, how that would also affect you. So, endometriosis is just... there's not a lot that they know about it still. There's no cure besides suppressing it with birth control. And it's just been something that I've struggled with for many years because the struggles were there before 2015. We just didn't know what it was. So the last 7, 8, 9 months, I have been in more pain than usual. So I knew something was probably going on, but I just was kind of putting it off. And I haven't really been to like an OBGYN since the fertility doctor. And I just kind of needed a break from that whole world. I knew in the back of my mind that I needed to go and get checked, but I just was like, I needed to be out of it. I couldn't deal with it, honestly. So then Helene happened. And for the past 6, almost 7 months, we've been like, our world is upside down. So, but the pain got worse. So I went ahead and got in with a new OBGYN, made an appointment, had my first appointment with her, and she was like, we need to do all these tests and kind of figure out what's going on. And might I just add, I haven't shared this with anybody except a few people. That day, my period had lasted 1 day. I was nauseous for about a week, and my body was not acting right. And so in the back of my mind, I was like, could I be pregnant? Am I pregnant? I don't know. But I have all these defense things that I do because I'm like, there's no way. It's like a 0.01% chance that you can get pregnant naturally. But I'm like, but there's a chance. And so anyways, I go to the doctor. She's like, obviously we need to do a test because that will tell us what we need to know as far as moving forward. And of course the test was negative. So then I was just really hard on myself, beat myself up, and cried to her, cried to Jared. And I was more just angry that I let myself be hopeful, which I know is messed up and not right. And I'm very aware of that, but that's just the truth. So anyways, I go to the doctor, and it was not good news. So I have a new diagnosis of adenomyosis. I can't pronounce it correctly. And essentially with endometriosis, the endometrial tissue is outside of the uterus. With the adenomyosis, it's actually embedded in the muscle. So I'm learning more about the adenomyosis. It will cause embryos not to even stick. And that was a big part of our problem. I only had 3 pregnancies through IVF, and a lot of our embryos didn't even attach, and there was no reason for them not to. I mean, everything was like the perfect circumstances. My uterine lining was perfect, like everything was great. They were healthy embryos, like they'd been genetically tested, you know, the gender was already there, like everything was great. And so it all makes sense now, because that is a huge part of adenomyosis, is your embryos do not stick. Also, I have a very large polyp in my uterus, and it has a very large blood vessel that's feeding it. So she gave me some options. She said, you know, we can get rid of the polyp. She's like, you have to take care of this like ASAP. Like, this is only going to get worse, and then you are more high risk, you know, for cancer and stuff like that. So she's like, we have to get this taken care of. And she was like, and afterwards, you know, you can go on birth control to suppress all of this. I don't want to go on birth control. I don't like what it does to my hormones. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like any of it. And learning about the polyp, and really just having a long conversation with Jared. And, you know, in the last 2 years, I've just really accepted what our life is. I love our life. We've always wanted a family more than anything. We've fought so hard for it. We've spent so much money between fertility treatments and trying to adopt, and it's just not worked. And I've made peace with that. I mean, does part of me still want it? Absolutely. But overall, I've made peace with that. And that's a really healthy place to be in, because I've been in very unhealthy places for the last 14 years. So after having a long conversation and thinking about quality of life and putting myself first and making sure that I'm healthy, I have decided to move forward and get a total hysterectomy. It's happening soon. It's happening in a little more than a week. It's going to be a long recovery, about 6 weeks, 2 weeks of really not doing anything at all, bed rest, couch rest, and yeah, it's a lot. A bad time, but also a good time. I feel like our year is only going to get busier, and the polyp has to be taken care of, like, really soon. So I'm moving forward with it, and I honestly feel at peace about it a lot, like we all do. And I'm sad. I feel like I'm getting rid of like that thing, like what makes you a woman, like your womb, and like all these things that make you special, you know, to carry children. And that's gonna be gone now, and it's scary, and it's risky, but for quality of life, I do feel like it is the best decision for me. I had an abnormal EKG, but when you're anemic, that is common. So next week I have to go get a bunch of lab work done and get another EKG and just make sure everything is good for me to move forward with surgery. And then it'll be happening. So yeah, it's a lot. Not gonna lie, it's a lot. It'll be the first time since I was like 14 that I won't be in pain. I won't be passing out from periods. I won't be, you know, dizzy all the time and constantly just hurting, and things, certain foods and drinks like triggering it and making it worse, certain situations, like I just won't have to deal with all that. And that in itself will be such a blessing, to be able to live a life that feels fuller minus all of that. So anyways, I don't want to ramble. I just wanted to let y'all know, because things are going to look a little strange around here for a few weeks while I recover from that, and obviously won't be as active, won't be out working for a while. I'll just have to be very chill You know, you guys have been through all of this with us. And so I felt like you should know. I wanted you to know what's going on in my personal life. And, you know, full circle, everything. So I will keep y'all posted on how everything goes. I'll update y'all, you know, on social media about my EKG and, you know, the workup to the surgery, and then let you guys know how everything goes after, and just kind of keep updating y'all. It'll just be a little bit calmer. It won't be as active because I'll have to recover. So yeah, thank y'all for supporting us always and encouraging us, and just be prayerful for the situation. It's a lot, not only physically but mentally, so, and emotionally. So I just want to have a safe surgery and a speedy recovery, and just move forward, you know, with our lives together, and, you know, see what the future holds, and living the best life I can live, coming back from a natural disaster and a total hysterectomy. I love you guys.